Hi, my name is Kay Afji, and I'm the instructor for the Nursing Health Alterations class. And this recording, we're just going to go through some of the main parts of the course syllabus. And the other things you can kind of just read on your own. If you have any questions, the information that you see on your screen as to how to get in touch with me. My phone number is there listed for the office. I am not always in my office because of clinical time, things like that. So I would suggest instead that you send me an email and I'll get back to you. Also, there is a under course startup, the folder. Let's see here if I can bring it up for you quick just to show it to you. The course information link, if you click on that, there's a frequently asked question area where you can post questions, and I will either respond to those questions, or if you're a student and you know the answer, you can certainly respond as well. That way, if you have a question maybe someone else might have, we can answer it there and everybody can get the answer. So, check the frequently asked question area. Okay, so all my contact information, like I said, is there. The course itself begins on August 28th and it ends on December 18th. It's 15 weeks in length. Our classroom will be in L208 in the LTC campus, and the class hours go from 8 to 10:55 a.m. All learning plan exams are taken outside of class, and they are proctored exams, so you need to take them either in the assessment center, or if you want to take them in the job centers, there's testing available, proctored testing available there as well. Check your Blackboard regularly for announcements and updates, because that's how I will communicate with you. Alright, looking at the course description, this course elaborates upon the basic concepts of health and illness as presented in Nursing Fundamentals. It applies theories of nursing and the care of patients throughout the lifespan, utilizing problem solving and critical thinking. The course will provide an opportunity to study conditions affecting different systems and apply evidence-based nursing interventions. It also introduces concepts of leadership and management. Those concepts are covered later on in the class. Its total credits, 3 credits, total hours classroom are 54. It's a face-to-face class, so we meet every Monday, and like I say, the exams are taken outside of class time. Prerequisites are listed there. You can take a look at those as necessary. The textbooks that you need for the course are listed there: the DeWitt, Stromberg, and Dalred Med-Surg Nursing Concepts and Practice. The 3rd edition is required. The London and Ladwig that you use for health promotions is also required. There aren't a lot of readings listed, but because this is a nursing health alterations and the competencies involve addressing problems throughout the lifespan, we do have some readings in that textbook. Then we have the Carpenito textbook, and also a management textbook, the Patricia Connect Success in Practical Vocational Nursing from Student to Leader, and that we will be using more toward the end of the semester. The adaptive quizzing for the NCLEX RN, I don't use for health alterations. You do use that one more for health promotions, but I do use the HESI patient reviews with case studies and practice tests, so that's required for you to purchase. You also need to purchase the Mosby's Diagnostic and Laboratory Test Reference, which is available from Skyscape. The website that's listed in your syllabus is the one that you can use. It's specific for Lakeshore Tech students, provided by Skyscape, and I believe you get a 20% discount if you purchase your products from that website when you're purchasing Skyscape products. I also have a PowerPoint packet available for purchase in the bookstore. The last few semesters, the students had the choice, were able to print the PowerPoint slides directly off the Blackboard format, and some students were concerned because they felt it got kind of expensive to do that, even if they used the library to print off their PowerPoints. So we found that having the packets available in the bookstore seemed to work out pretty well for everybody. So, if you want to purchase PowerPoints or you just want to take notes on your computer, that's just fine. Also, you want to register for the free learning resources on the Evolve website that are connected to your MedSurg text. There's activities in each learning plan that use these resources, so you for sure want to become familiar with those. Then the pharmacology text and the fundamental text books are recommended in case you want to do further reading or reviewing on topics that you previously covered that we will just breeze through in this class. The supplies that you need for the course are the computer access and internet connectivity and your handheld device with your Skyscape resources uploaded. The core abilities for the class are apply learning and demonstrate critical thinking, and the program outcomes are listed here along with how we're going to assess them. I won't go through each individual part because you can pretty much review these on your own. They're pretty standard. The program outcomes for the first year and then the second year of the nursing program are listed here. If you've all had introduction to clinical, these are the same program outcomes that you were evaluated on in your clinical experience. Okay. So here we have at the completion of the first year, the program outcomes or competencies are the 1 through 7 that you see on your screen. At the end of the second year, you're focusing more on the associate degree nurse, so the second set of 7 competencies or program outcomes are listed there. Our first year, we were focused in on more the licensed practical nurse competencies, because at the end of the first year, you can sit for your NCLEX PN and get your license. There's 13 course competencies, so we have a very busy class. So it's really imperative that you keep on topic and you continue with your reading and your class activities, because for a 15-week class, we have a new learning plan almost every week. So it's really important to plan your time appropriately. The grading information is listed next. We have learning plan exams, and we also have a HESI NCLEX PN exam. Those combined together are worth 65% of the course grade. The HESI NCLEX PN exam is only needed to be taken if Nursing Health Alterations is your last class of the first year of the nursing program for you. If you are taking health promotions at the same time as you're taking health alterations, then the HESI NCLEX PN exam will count towards your health promotion grade. But if health alterations is your very last class, you've already completed health promotions, then you would take the NCLEX PN exam, the HESI PN exam, and it would count towards your learning plan exam grade. The learning plan exams are administered in the LTC Assessment Center and are proctored exams. And as we said, they're administered outside of class time. For the HESI PN exit exam, if you have to take it, because it's your last class, there's going to be a sign-up with for dates and times that the exam is going to be administered, because there is only limited seating, so you have to sign up for appropriate times. So as if you go to Health and Human Services office, there'll be a list for you to sign up for. Okay, the PN exit exam is worth 5% of your entire learning plan exam score. Okay, so it's not a huge piece. So, don't try and study a lot for it, because it's not a huge piece. It's just 5% of that whole learning plan score. You're only allowed to take each learning plan exam once once you start taking a learning plan exam, you have to complete it, but you don't have a time limit. So you can take as much time as you need to take the exam. In the event that your testing is interrupted due to technology interference, you must immediately notify the representative at the testing site and your instructor via email or phone call. If you don't notify anybody and just leave the testing site without telling people you're having technical problems, then you would receive a 0 for the exam. So if you have any problems, you need to let the testing center staff know. Besides the learning plan exams, we have a comprehensive final exam that's worth 20% of the course grade. It is a computer administered exam and it is administered the final class of the semester. If you need extended time, if you have any types of extra things that you would need, please let me know at least a couple weeks before the exam so we can make arrangements for you to get the accommodations that you might need. Okay, participation and attendance in class is viewed as essential for satisfactory course completion. Attendance and active participation is recognized by giving 20 points for each lecture that's attended in its entirety. There are no partial points awarded. Students who come to class after 8 a.m. will not receive any of the participation points. To receive participation credit, make sure to sign the attendance sheet prior to the start of each class. The signature must be your own and it must include your first and last name, and it must be legible. Participation points will be worth 5% of the course grade. Quizzes, pre-tests, and assigned computer programs such as patient reviews and case studies will be worth 10% of the grade. Check your course schedule to make sure you know when the due dates are for assignments. Pre-tests must be completed prior to the start of the class on the date noted on the course schedule. If students report to class without completing the pre-tests, they will be directed to the library to complete the pre-tests and then return for the remainder of the class. Failure to follow the schedule for assignments will result in the loss of 10% per day from your quizzes project score. All assignments must be completed to receive a grade for the course. As I said, though, pre-tests must be completed before class time in order to attend the class. It's kind of your ticket to entry to come into class, because we really stress that students need to be prepared and have their reading done, things like that, in order to really get the full, or to take full advantage of the class time. Okay, students will receive final course grades based on the completion of the assignments and tests as outlined in the grading plan. Extra credit for tests or assignments will not be provided, and assignments, exams, or final grades will not be rounded. The gradebook for this class will be found in Blackboard. There are 2 criteria to pass the course. First of all, an overall course grade of 80% on all assignments, quizzes, and exams. And then secondly, a combined learning plan exam and final exam weighted grade average of 80%. If the student does not meet both of the listed criteria, the student will not pass the course and will receive a failing grade. The next section again talks about the HESI PN exit exam. Again, you only need to take this for our course if this is the last class you need at the end of the first year of the nursing program. Students should aim to achieve a score of 900 or higher on each exam, and that will be a strong predictor that the student will have good success in taking the NCLEX PN exam. As far as scores go, the conversion scores for the HESI are listed there. So if you get more than 1,000 on your exam, you get 100%. 950 to 1,000 is 95%, etc. Now this is going to be a little different than what you might see what's reported out in your exam, because it might give you like 950, but they'll say that you're only getting 90%. That report that comes from HESI is based on question difficulty and all kinds of other statistics. But we have found, looking through the statistics basically that we just look at the score and assign a percentage based on that score rather than basing it on weighted difficulty and all that kind of thing. It usually works out to benefit the students better if we just go straight with the HESI conversion scores as they are listed in the course syllabus. Okay, patient review and case studies and practice exams. You have patient reviews and case studies assigned for each of your learning plans, I think for the first 10 learning plans. Again, they're worth 10% of your grade. They're only open for a specified period of time, so make sure that you keep track of when the due dates are. Then also you will have to complete a Med-Surg practice exam before the end of the semester. And the course date for that, or the due date for that, is listed on the course schedule. The exam itself, the practice exam, is just an activity to help you to start taking more and more NCLEX style questions, but the questions may not necessarily all be on topics that we've covered in our course. So the actual grade that's given for the exam is just participation points. It's not really a graded exam, so don't study for it or spend a ton of time looking things up on Google. Just do your best when you're reading the questions to answer to the best of your knowledge. So that's the trio products. Then we have the proctored exams information. The exams are open for 3 days. We do not open the exams early. If you have to take them later, then there's a 10% per day late deduction from the score. And the final exam is taken on the last day of class. If the exam isn't taken the day it's scheduled, then a student would receive an F for that assignment. Late exams, it states in the syllabus there that there's a 10% per day late from the score for any assignment that is completed late. The grading scale is listed there. A is 92 to 100%, B is 85 to 91%, C is 80 to 84%, D is 70 to 79%, and F is 0 to 69%. A C is required to pass the course. That's pretty standard. Okay, the next section of the syllabus talks about the recommendations for success in the course. There are a lot of things you can do to increase the course material. Make sure you read the assigned readings prior to class and do your pre-tests. Even if you don't understand everything that's in the book, if you write down questions and bring them to class, we can discuss those. Try your best to participate in classroom discussions. You will be in assigned work groups for class, so there'll be plenty of opportunity for participation. It's a good idea to review your notes following class before you move on to the next learning plan. Do the learning activities that are included on Blackboard, and there's also practice NCLEX questions that are available on Evolve, and the link is listed there in the syllabus. It'll help. You can also obtain a study guide for the NCLEX PN. We recommend the NCLEX PN review book by Sylvestri, Sylvestri. She seems to have good review books. And then practice those questions, and of course always review the rationale when you check your answers. Other things you can do: form study groups with people that are good students that stay on task. You can quiz each other. We do have peer tutors that are available. We also have the academic support specialist, Maria Marchalewski, is available for one-on-one tutoring and small group study sessions. And she'll post her hours in the announcement center in Blackboard for you. Her contact information is also listed on the syllabus. In an effort to increase student success, we also have mandatory academic coaching. Students who have previously taken the course and were not successful have to meet with either a peer tutor or Maria Marchalewski for 1 hour for each learning plan in order to access their next exam, or any of their exams actually. And for students who did not obtain an 80% on any learning plan exam, they are required also to participate in academic support by meeting with either a peer tutor or Maria again for 1 hour for each learning plan in order to access the next learning plan exam. If you fail a learning plan exam, you also need to meet with me, and we will go through that exam and see where the concerns were if you're not successful in meeting the 80% requirement. We do the exam review within a week after completing the learning plan exam. We don't, allow students to, at the end of the semester, review all of their learning plan exams. The learning plan exams are only available for 1 week after the exam closes. There is a mandatory academic support log that's available for you to print off at the end of the syllabus here, and you need to make sure that you bring that in to me or send it via email so that I get that exam opened for you. When you attend academic coaching, make sure that you bring questions based on your readings or on the lectures to the tutoring sessions so that you make the best of the time that you're meeting with your academic coach. If you just feel like you want peer tutoring services and you're really doing okay maybe with the class, you just need a little extra help, that they are available by going to the Academic Support Center down in the library and filling out the paperwork to request a peer tutor. Okay, otherwise, I'm looking to see if there's anything different in the syllabus that you won't find anywhere else, and basically it's the standard syllabus, so take a look at that at your own convenience, review that prior to the class meeting on August 28th. If you have any questions, either post them in the frequently asked question area on Blackboard, or you can email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I look forward to working with each and every one of you this semester, and I will see you on August 28th. Thank you.